Hello again, and welcome back. My name is Steven, and I work for MisfitPixGallery.com. Today I'm going to be showing you the bloom tool in Photoscape. So the first thing you got to do is you got to open Photoscape. So when it opens, you got to go into your editing file, and you got to select an image. Okay. So down at the bottom you see bloom. You just click on bloom, and it brings you a window just like this. In this window, it just shows you just a quick preview. I could even turn it off, turn it back on. And what you got over onto the left side is your level, your blur, your contrast, and what type you'd like. So you can also put it on deep mode or bright mode. Just for this example, I'm going to use normal. So here you're able to actually select how bright you're wanting to put the bloom on it. Let's bring it down to about 33% to show you the difference. Bring it back up to about 82. Notice on how it gets brighter, like the more percentage, and it gets softer with the less percentage. So I'm going to put it back up to about 80 because I like this. This looks really bright. Next up is blur. Blurring quite literally blurs your photo. So if you want it to be more blurry, you can go all the way up to 8, and it's quite blurry. If you don't want it to be so blurry and you want it to be more sharp, set it down to like 0. So you notice on how you're not losing the quality of the light, but you are losing the quality of the blur. So I'm going to put it right back to about 3.3. Gives me a little bit of blur and doesn't sacrifice any sort of quality of my level. In contrast, it just basically contrasts it. If you want it to be a little bit darker and more contrasty, put it up more. You can go all the way up to 100%. If you want it to be more dull and loss of color, I would recommend going back down towards 0. But just for the example of this video, I'm going to put it at 48% right there. So that's in normal mode. Like I said, you also have deep mode, which brings it darker, and bright mode, which makes it even brighter. So I'm going to go back to normal. Down here in default, this is just basically just a automatic. So you don't play with triggers. You just go low, middle, or high, and then it automatically gives you a set level of bloom. So just for this video, I'm going to push OK. It's going to process really quickly. And this is what my preview was. So I'm going to push undo. I'm going to click on bloom again. Bring it back up. So down here at the bottom, you're actually able to set the area. So instead of having the entire photo being bloomed, you can have just certain areas. Like once you click on it, I have this crosshair. So this I'm actually able to move to certain spots of where I actually want the bloom to be. So if I just want to put it on her face, there you are. It gives me all the bloom on her face. You can then actually set the size of your bloom. So if you want it to be bigger, set it to like 100%. If you want it to be smaller, you can put it more down towards 0. So I'm going to bring it back up to 50 or 48. And feathering. This usually is about like how soft you want your edges, how hard you want your edges. So if you want it to be soft, put it up more. It's very soft right now, and you can barely see that it's exactly like a spotlight on her. But if you take it all the way down to like 0, here you're able to actually see the line as to where the bloom is. And like I said, you're able to change the size. So if you want it to be bigger or smaller, you just play around with that. And the thing is about this, what you also can do is you can reverse it so that you can have basically everywhere but the spot that you've selected for bloom. So if you reverse it, there you have it. Everything's in bloom except for her face. So I'm going to push this one again, and there you have it. Everything is just blooming just on her face. This is a very unique tool. I'm going to even show you in more of a darker situation. So you click on bloom, and what it basically does for this is you're able to brighten things up. I'm just going to click OK towards this one. And there you have it. It's bringing out more color in her hair. It brings out more color even completely around her, and it actually makes more of a shape towards what she is. So thank you very much for watching. That was the bloom tool. My name is Steven. Please subscribe to my channel, Misfit Picks Gallery.